Good morning students, welcome to BSc1 Zoology class. So in this class we are going to study the classification of phylum Ascalopithecus. Classification of phylum Ascalopithecus. So the phylum Ascalopithecus has five classes. The first one is Nematoda, class 1 Nematoda. In Greek language, Nema refers to thread, eidos refers to form. They are thread-like. The worms are thread-like, therefore they are called nematodons. Nematode includes thread worms, round worms. If you take the cross section of worm, the cross section of worm is circular, it is round, therefore the worm is said to be round worm. Very popular example for this type of worms is Ascaris lumbricoid, round worm, Ascaris lumbricoid. So let us discuss general characteristics of this class. Aquatic or terrestrial, free living or parasitic, elongated round worms. They are aquatic or terrestrial. They may be present in water, they may live in water or on land. Free living or parasitic. They may lead free life without depending on other organisms, other animals, or they may lead parasitic life. Parasitic life means they have to depend on other animals for their sustenance, for their living. So they are called parasitic forms. So they are either free living or parasitic. Elongated round worms. They are elongated round worms. See, Ascaris lumbricoid. Elongated. They are elongated round worms. Body wall with cuticle. Body wall has cuticle. Thick layer is present above the surface of body wall. It is known as cuticle. You know the purpose of cuticle. Cuticle in parasitic forms protects the animal from its host secretions. Therefore, the protective layer cuticle is present on the surface of wall. Cellular or syncytial epidermis is present. Yes, epidermis is there. The body wall has epidermis, and this is cellular and syncytial. Syncytial means cells are multinucleated. This multinucleated condition is due to the fusion of several cells. As a result, each cell may contain more than one nuclei. Such layer of epidermis is called syncytial epidermis. Okay, and longitudinal muscles in 4 bands. Longitudinal muscles are present in the body wall, and they occur in 4 bands. So 2 dorsolateral and 2 ventrolateral. So 4 cords are there. 4 muscular cords are there in the body wall of round worms. Next, no cilia, no circulatory and respiratory systems. No cilia. Cilia are not there. No cilia. Cilia are not there because presence of cilia is not necessary here. Because in parasitic forms, parasites live in body of other host animals. There they need not to move. For locomotion purpose, cilia are required. Parasitic forms need not to move on their own. They are present inside the body of their host. Therefore, they don't have cilia. No cilia, no circulatory and no respiratory systems. No circulatory system, no blood circulation, no movement of blood from one region to another region. Circulatory system is lacking. Respiratory system is also lacking. See, roundworm is living inside the intestine of human beings, where there is no oxygen. In absence of oxygen, they show respiration. That type of respiration is called anaerobic respiration. Anaerobic respiration is seen in parasitic forms. So they make use of glycogen for the release of energy instead of glucose. They make use of glycogen for the production of energy and carbon dioxide. Okay? So no circulatory and no respiratory system. Respiratory system is not there. Next, digestive system is complete with muscular pharynx and glands. Digestive system is complete. So till the Ascalopithecus, there was no complete digestive system. In case of Platyhelminthes, digestive system is there, but it was not complete. It had only one opening. But here in Ascalopithecus, the digestive tract has two openings. One is mouth, another is anus. So mouth is used for intaking of food, whereas the anus is used for ejecting undigested food material. Therefore, such type of alimentary canal is called complete alimentary canal or complete digestive system. So complete digestive system is there in the roundworms. And muscular pharynx is there and glands are also present. Next, excretory system of glandular organs. So excretory system is there in roundworms. It may have glands just below the pharyngeal region, or the canals are the excretory canals which open to the exterior through excretory pore. This excretory system excretes nitrogenous waste from the body to the exterior. So excretory system of glandular organs or canals are both. It may have glands or canals or both may be present for excretion of unwanted substances from the body to the exterior. Then dioecious, male smaller than female. Dioecious means unisexual. Sexes are separate here. Here in case of Ascaris lumbricoid, this is male, this one is female. So female is longer than male. Male is smaller than female. Okay? So at the posterior end of the male, curve is there. It is hook-like. The posterior end is bent. It is bent to form a hook-like structure. So here at the cloacal aperture, perineal cilia are present in male, whereas in female, no such arrangements, no such structures are seen. Okay? So females comparatively longer than the males. So dioecious, unisexual, sexes are separate. But in case of Platyhelminthes, sexes are united, hermaphrodite. Here, sexes separate. So dioecious male is smaller than female. Fertilization is internal. Yes, fertilization is internal, not external. Internal fertilization takes place. So at the time of fertilization, so male releases the male gametes of the female genital tract. Thus, internal fertilization takes place. Okay? The example For this class are Ascaris lumbricoid, Herbatis, Ancylostoma, Draculus. These are few examples, okay, of this class. Okay. Class 2, Nematomorpha. In Greek language, Nema refers to thread, Morphe refers to shape. General characteristics. They are commonly referred as mealworms found in springs, spring-like, oil, body very long, thin, slender and worm-like, very thin, slender, worm-like. Then body wall with thick cuticle is there, thick cuticle is present. Digestive system is complete with two openings, one is mouth and another is anus. Pseudocoel mostly filled with the parenchyma tissue. Pseudocoel. Coelom is there, body cavity is present, but this is not true body cavity. It is not lined by mesodermal epithelium. Therefore, it is called pseudocoel. This pseudocoel is filled with parenchyma tissue. It's not cavity. It's not hollow. It is filled with parenchyma tissue. No circulatory, no respiratory and excretory systems. No circulatory system is there, no respiratory system, no excretory system. Okay? Very long, thin, hair-like they are. Then, dioecious, gonads and reproductive ducts pair. Sexes are separate. The gonads and reproductive ducts are paired. Then freshwater or terrestrial forms, only Ectoderma is marine. Most of them are freshwater forms or feeding mainly. Terrestrial, only one form is there, that is Ectoderma, which is found in marine water. So these are the examples. Examples for this type of forms are Gordius, Ectoderma. Gordius is freshwater form. Ectoderma is marine form. Okay? So these are examples. Then in the next class we shall discuss remaining 3 classes of this phylum. Thank you.